Hey guys, how's it going? Our next victim to be is going to be about a month ago. I stopped at a yard sale and this backpack leaf blower was out there for $5 I think I paid for it. And I asked what the backstory was. It was on a job site. When the landscapers were done, they left it behind. So that's not, I'm not saying that's a good omen for its condition, but I have a feeling they got so frustrated with it, they may have just been done with it. So let's go either see if we can fix it or figure out why it died in the first place. Let's get set up and get some wrenching done. Let's see if we can break that hose down a little bit to get it a little on the smaller side to deal with. I'm gonna go grab a screwdriver, we'll take out one of the clamps off and just get this out of the way for now. Like trying to wrestle an octopus. There we go. That'll keep us from clearing all the hardware off the bench every time we turn it. As far as backpack blowers go, it's a fairly good name. Redmax is on the commercial side of things. Not sure if they got into selling residential stuff yet. It's a big air cleaner. Not too bad neither. Alright, let's get the plug out of it. And then we'll give her a couple of yanks over with the core. We'll throw a little bit of oil down there. Ooh, pretty rusty. And let's get some oil down inside there. They're taking that plug out. Looks like somebody put a helicoil in there. You see the edge of the, and some carbon on it right there. Yeah, but you can see where the aluminum is, and then where there's a steel coil. Looks like I added to it later on. This is marble mystery. Yeah, a little dosing of that. The rings get some kind of moisture to them. Throw that plug in there, see if we get anything off of that. We need metal to ground on. Let's we get jumper wire. Let's see what we get. Okay. Saw one. Yeah, I got a little bit of spark out here. Not quite sure what the deal is with these two wires hanging out. I would think they would just be the kill switch on the handle. When you bring the throttle all the way down, it's full throttle, off. We'll worry about them later. I just gotta wonder if they had a problem. Like, why would you rip them out if you felt that you maybe didn't have any spark? Anyway, maybe we'll clean that up a little bit, knock some of that rust off of there. And then we'll dribble a little bit of gas and give her a yank. A little bit of gas. Clean her plug. Choke is off. Let's just see if she fires up and how it sounds if it does. Come on, baby. Wants to go. Good, awesome. I think we need a bunch of other issues kind of addressed, like broken off fuel lines not even in the tank. And that is at least it seems like the combustion chamber is pretty good. Let's get the air boot off of it. Start looking at the carburetor, see what kind of mess we got going on down here. I think there's a gremlin in the air cleaner. Just not happy about it either. Alright, we know we got the busted up fuel lines down below. The grommet to the tank looks like it's not touching the sides of it. So I tried getting another one and no avail. I can order one online, but you know, you kind of want to do something while you're working it. Let's get probably the gas tank off of it. Let's go figure out where that is. Maybe the bottom. Yeah, let's get those two screws out of it, get the tank off of it. We'll start flushing it out and see what we can do for a fuel system. That's the other, I don't know if you can call it a float or a sink. It's a filter, which is continuation of this black line. That is still connected down inside there. There's a little hook. There you go. So it's got a weight on it and a filter, so no matter how you move the backpack blower, the weight always wants to stay to the bottom of the tank so you're not sucking air. It's looking a little on the punky side though. Well, let's get this grommet out of it. And maybe we can, let's try soaking that in hot water. Get right off of there. Let's try soaking this in hot water for a while and see if it'll expand up enough to where it'll close that gap up again. Let's see what pours out of that tank. Trying to get an idea whether it was non-ethanol or ethanol fuel. Like I said before in other videos, generally landscapers do quite good as far as their fuels, taking care of stuff, not trying to use pump gas because it takes out the carburetors. Whether or not we're going to go find that out on here, but I would definitely say that was clean when we started. It's got a lot of sludge sitting in the bottom. I'm going to go rinse this out, wash the tank in a parts washer, and we have cooking is that little seal, and hopefully that kind of swells up, takes the gap up around it. If not, we'll try some other little tricks. Alright, tank's clean. Let's see if we can get some of the crap that's packed in that filter out of there. It's carb cleaner. Best way really is to blow from the inside. It's a joke there. See if we do it without taking the line off. See all the crap that pushes out of it. That gets so packed with. What happens is a lot of the gas will evaporate. It just leaves the oil behind, and then of course everything gets picked up. We're going to find out real soon whether that works or not. I'm going to try just blowing through the end of it. Yeah, I can blow right through the filter. Filter slash weight. That black line, I don't know if I have that size. I'm going to go see what I got in my stash for fuel line and see what we can change out. Took that play out of the heat there. Seems like it kind of swelled up and a little bit better. Some new yellow lines, 2 different sizes. The yellow, I believe, is the larger of the 2. But that is just a return, so it does not need to go into the tank a great distance. It's just a return loop as you prime the primer bulb. Fuel gets drawn up the black line from the filter, used in the carburetor through the little pump that's on it, and just returns down here. And basically bleeds all the air out of the system. So let's get that one replaced, and we'll probably use the black one over again, and we'll see by putting some fuel in it if it gets a prime going through the carburetor. There's the primer bulb I was talking about. Let's go pump out whatever crap is in it. The fact that it's pumping is a good sign too. Let's just get rid of that altogether. Should we just guesstimate to the tank? We'll give her that much. The rest will just shove down in the tank. There we go. Now the big thing is whether the grommet is going to fit back in the tank tight without us having to do some modifications. Let's see what we get. Let's get rid of that hunk of plastic. Yeah, it's floating a little. I am going to go take an O-ring, plastic rubber O-ring, very thin one that I could find. I'm going to go place it probably right about here and see if it'll just, that way when it pushes down we can kind of like pull up on it and this lip will contact the edge of it. Let's see how that works out. Sometimes I find you're trying to go get that line back through that hole. And first of all, the end of it's kind of beat anyway and stretched out, but if you cut it on an angle, sometimes even more than that, that way you can feed it up and a little bit of the tip sticks through. And you just go grab that with pliers, which I don't have at the moment. Let's see if I can get it with my fingernails. Yeah, it's up and through. And that feels snug on the seal too. So at least those two kind of close themselves back up again. Let's go work on that. Get a little Vitan O-ring set. Make ourselves some room here. Knock that over. I can see that going everywhere, right? Let's see if this one. Kind of want something with a thin diameter too. It doesn't need that much. Let's see if I can stretch her out. See if that'll tuck under. That might do it. Yeah, that's pretty good now. Doesn't wiggle around. Put a yellow line back in that we knocked out. Alright, let's go pop that the fuel tank back on there, hook the lines up, and see. We can put some fuel in it. If it'll prime itself. Yeah, if it primes itself, it stays running. Let's go a little non-ethanol True Fuel premix. Stuff that saves your carburetor. You think? Getting overzealous there? Yeah. Let's go see if that primer bulb will draw some fuel up for us. Alright, so we are right there. And she's filling up. And we're turning down the other line, which is exactly what we want. Alright, let's go throw a little bit of choke on it. I think is right there. Let's go get you back in the stand and we'll fire it up, see what she does. So my goal is for it to start, be able to turn the choke all the way off, and for it to rev full throttle and to be able to idle. If it does all that, then that carb is okay. If it does not do those things, then we have some issues. Throttle, that's full throttle. And we got choke right now, so the gas cap on. The air cleaner assembly is off, so that's going to throw the mix off a little bit, but we should have at least a general idea if it's going to perform for us or not. Shall we? Smoky, but pretty good. Rev her up real quick and make sure it's good on the top end. Choke it or kill it? What did I do? I think I choked it. It sounded pretty good. It break it up a little bit on the top end. I do not know if this has any air fuel adjustments on the carburetor. I'm going to go take a little bit of time. I'm going to wash some of this crap off of it too. But good. Seems like it runs like it should. Just got to go figure out kill wires, what's happening with that. The throttle doesn't seem like it has full play. Like when it goes to idle, that's not idle. It's got to go down to there. That's where idle is. So I don't know if they just whack some of the linkages or the cabling or what's happening with here. Actually, it's just got a big pinch right there. So maybe we'll look into some of that stuff. I think I can go pop this pull starter off. It's kind of lame in that last little bit. I don't know if I should lengthen the rope too. Nope. Yeah, let's see if we can get another loop out of this that care of some of that play. It looks like 4 Phillips screws. Sometimes when people change the cord, it loses some. Now this one's good because it's got a little cutaway inside it, so I'll be able to pull this cable so it lines up with that cutaway, and then I should be able to pull it be able to grab the line and pull it up through that gap. Come on. And then I should be able to loop it again. Which way do I want to go? I want to go tighter. So I want to go 1 lap that way. And then pull the rope back through again. And now, there you go. So I took the play out of there. You could throw that back on there. I'm going to drop a automatic transmission fluid right down the center of that. Actually, we could use that marble that I had somewhere. Yeah, I just want to take a little drop. A little. And just let that kind of take care of the cam in the center of it that it rises up on. Sometimes it's a good idea, sometimes it's not. It kind of depends on the equipment, because if it's in a really dirty environment, the problem with using oil is whatever, hold on 1 second, whatever dusty atmosphere you put it in, it'll attract dust. This looks like it's pretty closed up fairly well, but that's what'll happen is dust will stick to it, and then it kind of defeats the purpose of it. And a good alternative is like a graphite. I think I have some of that over there. I think I ordered a tube. Anyway, we're gonna go, like I said, I still have to wash that carburetor off. I want to clean some of the crap off the outside of this now that we know it runs. Let me bring the whole thing over to the washer. Just clean, and that's what I'm talking about. See how that dust kind of builds up on that? Well, that's what you don't want happening inside on that pull start too. But this pull start doesn't have any venting inside. The only place I can see it really kind of getting in is maybe through there. I see the 2 wires coming out from the engine, which will be the kill wires. Let's go see what we got for the switch, if the switch still works in the throttle or not. So we want one end. We touch these together, that should ohm out for on ohms. We're on DC. Okay, ohms. Should go to 0. It does. And that switch should go open and closed. Right now it's open. Let's go work the lever a little bit to the, that should have been off right there. So I do not see that switch working inside that throttle. Whether it's got like a bump that you have to go over, sometimes it's, I feel it will push it in. Nope, I don't see it doing what it's supposed to be doing. All right, we know we got to fix that. The funky throttle, the busted cable, the splitting the cable there and the splitting the cable there, and this is not working also. So let's go open that up, see what's inside there, and see what we need to do to correct it. Possibly we might be able to do some heat shrink tubing over where these bends are, and it'll help take the play out. I have a feeling too, whenever it's supposed to be more like, maybe like that, because this is, you're supposed to be able to pull down the side of you when you're operating. That should be in that direction. And all this stuff probably had some kind of connector or something kind of guiding the direction of it. Instead it got all funkified around there. All right, let's go open to this, see what we can go find. So I flipped it around, I was ready to start taking it apart. Got a kill button right there. So, happens when you assume things, right? So let's go check that again. If we don't have to take it apart, why take it apart? We need a hot. Polarity doesn't matter with resistance. And we need our meter. So it's open right now. Still doesn't work. Yeah, that should be giving us a closed signal. Just when you thought it was safe. Let's make sure our meters still work. We'll touch them together. Yep, grounds out. Still a problem in there somewhere. All right. See if we can just push that switch. I'm not sure where it goes. Give her some slack of wire too. Hammer. Let's clip right on the back of both sides of these. Let's see if we get any difference right at the switch itself. Could be a break in the wire going down. Inside. Nope, still nothing. So it's right in the switch itself. Let's see if we can dissect that switch. See if we can get the little thing right out of it. There's probably a little set of contacts in there that we can clean. What you can see, it's got a little tiny tab right there, which is put in place so you can stab yourself in the finger. Taking it apart. Same on both sides. No, I'm going to stab myself. All right, carefully, if you want to take this apart, you make a little spring with a rocker. A set of points on it. There's the spring. There's the rod that probably goes across and makes contact with each. What else we got? Yeah. So that should have a set of contacts in there. No. I'm not seeing what's metal, what it touches, right? You push these up more. Are these too far out? No. You take a little contact cleaner. I should probably use a little carb cleaner. Just blow that out. I'll go clean that little pivot rod going across there. That's what it looks like. Probably makes contact to the both of them, right? It pushes in, clicks in. No, it just stays there momentary. So these two need to come across, touch the two contacts in here, ground them out. Is how that works. So that's what I'll do. Is I'll clean up these surfaces right here. And I don't know. I'll take a look down inside there. I don't know what there is to clean, and possibly we'll put that back together again and we'll see if it will make a signal for us. Get that cleaned out. I don't know which way that went, like that. Doesn't have much of a choice. Let's go push that back in. And hook our leads back up. Let's see if it works now. Nope, still nothing. Well, it won't do anything when one of the two leads come apart. These two. Alright, I'll try it. There we go. Open. Closed. Open. Closed. There we go. So we got a kill switch working again. We'll go pull that back up into place. And we'll see about running the two wires down to the two wires on there. We should probably also start screwing with this. Maybe we'll take it off the carburetor side. We'll see if we can get some heat shrink tubing over them to kind of hold them straight. It's in the hole. Yeah, it seems kind of a weird angle. I have a feeling it probably was meant to go down, and there's a clip down in here, probably where it locked into, and then you can move this handle wherever you wanted. It really didn't affect it all that much. But let's get a wrench on here. We'll get this cable right off of here and see if we can start doctoring up the body of it a little bit. The little barrel on there might fit through. Let's see if we can get it. Might fit through without having to take any hardware off. So let's see if we can. Pop that out of its groove. See if that whole thing will lift right out of there. There we go. Yeah, now we can get that shrink tubing over a little bit better. Let's go see what I got in my stash for that. So basically it looks like 3 spots. Oh yeah. Soldering iron to burn this and crap off. Let's just see if this one's good enough to get it down over. So now we'll have to go the next size up. Yeah. I double them up too. See how that does for us. Cigarette lighter works pretty good for this too. I'd say we go one level with each one that's broke right now, and we'll come back maybe with another size and we'll drift over. This is the worst one right here. You could buy this cable in length. You could buy it, it comes with the outer jacket and then the inner on its own. Look at that doing that. I think if we get that supported like it should, probably should be pretty good. Could have favored that one a little closer to the brake. Oh, we got one more there. Sometimes you get the same size over it too. You can run the, I think maybe a little too tight for that. I got another box which might have some, try to find a size somewhere between the two of these. That next one looks kind of large, you know. Like my iron ran out of gas. My iron ran out of gas. Murphy's Law. That's better. Wonder why it got so quiet. At bare minimum, I want to get one more on that one. I got. Shut this off. Oh. Yeah, they're going to be about the same size as that. Give them all one more. One for you. Put that gas tank back out of the way so you can see. And I pulled the jackets back on these two. I think one of them's got a little crushed. I'm going to see if I have the opposing. It's male plugs that go in there, and we'll just put them on the two wires. These two wires. We'll plug them back in. If not, maybe I'll just switch them over to the regular electrical connectors, or probably just put them together, hardwire it, right? I think it's these. Yeah, that's it. I think this one's got to get opened up some more yet. Yeah, by a mile. Get it? Yep. Now those wires are hooked up. Let's run that throttle cable like we think it should go, and we'll see what we get for travel. And all the kinks and bends are out of it. Probably should have shot some lube down that too. Would have been a good idea. New guy. Let's rock that throttle over. Yeah. One should be bigger than the other. Should be able to drop in there. There we go. Let's go. That's full throttle. And is that hitting the stop? No. Let's give, it's close. Does it get full throttle? I think it gets full throttle and then some. Let's go back off this linkage a little bit. So it touches right there, because it seemed like it was idling okay right there, right? We'll go grab a wrench. We're going to go tweak that a little bit, just give it a little bit more downward movement. So just spin that right in. That's it. It's hitting the stop now. Let's see what we get on full throttle. And it's full throttle. Good. We got full travel. I say we could put the gas tank back on. We could probably put our air cleaner assembly back on, clean that up, and we'll fire it up again, see how it does. Nope, that's wrong. It's like that. That's to say the pre-filter is supposed to be the first thing in line, right? Was it like that? There we go. Now that we got all the drag put back on it, other than the hose, let's go fire it up and see how it performs as far as anywhere from idle to full throttle. Careful, the exhaust is right here. All right, let's go. So that's like a third throttle, no choke, just to see what we get. Let's go to idle. Let's go full throttle. Kill switch. And the kill switch works. Awesome. I think we got it. Let's go throw that hose back on there. So I did a quick search. I couldn't find an EB7000 being sold now, but right now this is a EB7500, which is $566. So I'd say it's definitely a good deal. We bought it for $5. We put what, a piece of fuel line, rewound the starter a little bit, fixed some wires for the kill, cleaned the gas tank out, cleaned the rusty plug, blew the air cleaner out, and that's really about it. We haven't done much more than that. Anyway, so that's a good deal. I'd say we probably got maybe 45 minutes work time on it and $5, if that, in materials. And the $5 that we paid for. So $10 and 45 minutes. Let's go blow some junk. There you go. No complaints there. A little beat up and rough around the edges, but still perfectly operational. Well, I gotta be happy with that. Really worked out quite well. Didn't really need much of anything, just a little bit of love, a little bit of maintenance, and it came right back. So that'll be good for another 10 years of operation. If it was gonna run a little breaking up when I gave it throttle, I was gonna go pull the muffler off and see if there's any carbon buildup inside. But it seems like everything's fine, so I'm just gonna leave well enough alone. Alright guys, with that, I'm going to sign off. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me, do a bit of wrenching, and we got to get back on that Kubota pretty soon. But this is a little fill-in one for right now. It's a little easy one to work on, and plus I need it. So until then, I'll see you soon. Later. Bye. Hey guys, one thing I just wanted to add into this whole thing is I want to thank everybody for all the well wishes for my wife and I getting over being sick. We got the big C, got us. I was debating whether to talk about it during the video and the trials and tribulations of what I went through, but unfortunately YouTube is not very friendly to discussing anything medical wise, so I'm gonna have to kind of leave that maybe for another day, maybe not. We'll see how things kind of turn out, but let's just say I had to do some stuff that is not recommended by the CDC but is recommended by the FLCCC, Frontline Critical Care Alliance, I think is what it stands for. And they have some much better non-business / political ways of remedying yourself after you get sick, not just what you do before you get sick. So it was a turning point for me, and there was some information there that really helped. All right guys, enough of that. I'm getting into the rant that I didn't want to get into, but thanks again for again all the well wishes. I'm on the mend. Lost a few pounds, which probably isn't a bad thing neither, and we'll get back into some heavier stuff as I regain my strength a little bit, and the games continue. All right, till then, later, bye.